Morning folks, don't know if anybody's on it yet. Can't see anybody. That was rather wet grass, rather muddy. As soon as anybody comes on, I'll flip us round. Right, we've got one person on now. Morning. Give us a thumbs up if you can hear me. I really appreciate it. Tracy Tree. Somebody else is on now, so if you can give me a thumbs up, guys. I don't know what the signal's like at the moment. 4 people on now. I'm assuming everybody can hear me. Julie Stevens, anybody? Just give me a thumbs up. Okay, I'll turn my camera around and then hopefully you'll be able to hear me. Okay, so I've just walked, I'll go back this way a little bit. I've just walked from Old Lane across the grass there, rather muddy, and I'm now going back down this way towards Spa Crescent. Amanda Goodwin, morning Amanda, hope you're okay. See your lads isolating this morning again. I hope everybody can hear me. If you can, if you just give me a thumbs up, guys, I'd really appreciate that. Right, I've got a thumbs up, brilliant. Okay, what I'm pointing at the moment is the garages there, or what used to be the garages. This is just on the bottom of Moorland Drive. So that area there is Moorland Drive. And then as you come down Moorland Drive, you've got this cut through here that takes you to Old Lane. That area there that's now gated off, I don't know what's happening there, but where you can see just there, where you can see the bushes, that's the bankings, or the start of the bankings, and the new estate just there was starting to be built when I was growing up. You can just see, just in there is the people's home, assisted living. So that used to be garages. I won't mention any names because I don't want to embarrass people, but I did a few hours of courting down there back in the day. So I'm just walking around Moorland Drive now. We did go down that way on the first video, which obviously is Moorland Drive. Sharon Lydiate, Anthony Lydiate just used to live on the left over there. And obviously this is the other side of Moorland Drive that takes us back round to Spa Crescent. Goes in like a horseshoe shape, almost circular. Michael Kerrigan used to live just there, and in that flat there used to be a guy called Bob Gunshan. Had 2 lads, his wife, and had 2 lads. Used to take us to karate in a Land Rover. He had a Land Rover, and it was good. Great Land Rover, loved that Land Rover. He also had a Mini, and I remember he used to tip the Mini up on its side to do any work underneath it, which was yeah, strange. So apologies for the I am trying my damn hardest. Morning Dawn, I am trying my damn hardest not to do the as much. So apologies. Right in front of us there, that grey house there, number 50, is where I used to live. That's where I grew up. And I did say on the video the other day that the motorbike went on fire. That was where the motorbike went on fire there. Michael Dickinson used to live next door. And then when they moved out, when the Dickinsons moved out, Michael Dunn moved in. That flat there, upstairs was Nigel Callaghan, who I became quite friendly with. He used to drive a truck, he used to drive an HGV, and used to go away with him quite a lot. I think he now lives down south, but I got in touch with him the other day to have a chat. His daughter got me in touch with him. His mum and dad used to own or his mum I think, used to own the Shamrock on Manchester Road. So we're just going round Moorland Drive, no, not going round Spa Crescent now. And show you whether this has changed or not. If anybody remembers this area. I used to have quite a few friends live around here. On the right hand side was Mandy Derbyshire, Paul Derbyshire. They used to live there. On the left hand side, just at the end here, was Dane Bingham, or the Binghams, and I knew Dane. And a massive dog, big Great Dane. Looked like a horse, big black Great Dane. Louis Goodwin is watching. Hiya Louis. Couple of weeks off school, eh? My daughter would give anything to have a couple of weeks off school. She keeps insisting that she's not well and needs to go into isolation, which is why people would wish to be in isolation. I'm not quite sure, but you kids, eh? You teenagers, different breed these days, in a good way, not in a bad way. Yeah, so oh, Mandy, what was Mandy's name? Oh, Sharon Smith. Smiths used to live along here. Morning. Smiths used to live along here. Sharon Smith, Joanne Smith, Stuart Smith, all used to live on the left-hand side there. I remember Ian Smith going round Spa Crescent and came off his motorbike. Really bad accident. I think he shattered quite a few of his bones, legs, arms, you name it. It was shattered. Recovered right enough, but yeah, it was a bad one. I saw that crash. That was quite a bad one. In fact, it's the same place where I fell off my bike and smashed my head on the corner of the wall and had stitches in my head. My mum was mortified, really worried. Spa Lane just on the right hand side. Morning. Spa Lane just on the right hand side again. Old stomping ground. Used to do quite a bit of walking, cycling, playing, messing about around here. Quite a few friends around this area. Morning. Lots of people saying good morning this morning, which is good. Wayne Hickling, how you doing, Wayne? I don't know if you remember me from the past. We used to hang about with Mike Dunn. Used to spend quite a bit of time together. I can't remember what the name of that street is, but that's the street that goes over to the Newbury Bridge. I was going to start there this morning. I was talking to my brother over the weekend, and he said, do you not remember that the Newbury lads painted on the middle of the bridge on the road, right in the centre. They painted Newbury cavemen right in the centre. Why they used to call themselves cavemen, I'm not quite sure. I'm sure somebody will come on and tell us at some point. But yeah, used to be. I'm walking in the middle of the road here. I don't know why. Death warrant. Used to be Newbury cavemen apparently. I'd forgotten about that, but yeah, that's what it used to be. So I'm just going down Marsh Hay Close, which is a little street off here. I don't remember this when I was growing up. I think this is new. It is, you can tell, brand new houses, or newish houses, just there. I think this was garages actually, when I was growing up. So yeah, that's changed a little bit. There's a couple of new houses there. Somebody's got a nice summer house there, which is good. Yeah, it's changed a little bit here. Not seen this before. Wow, we've got 54 people on at the moment, guys. Brilliant. Good to see you too, Wayne. Glad to see you on. Glad to see you catching up with us. Hope you're keeping well. So I'm just carrying on along. Is this still Spa Crescent? Can't remember. As I said, my grey cells are I think they're becoming darker. Not so much grey, more black these days. I can't remember anything. Old age for you, I'll tell you now. Yeah, still Spa Crescent. There's a sign up there, tells us it's Spa Crescent. So as we walk onto this area here, I'll go to the right and I'll walk that way because a few people have said, can you capture that area? So I'll go around here. It's cold this morning, by the way. Really cold. So I don't know, does anybody know what this road is? So I've come to the top end of Spa Crescent and then I've turned right. So does anybody know what this road is that I've turned right onto? That's the road that David Pennington used to live on when we were kids at school. Again, sorry for the poor connection if we keep dropping out. I do apologise, but it's can't be helped, unfortunately. The only thing I can do is do these recordings and then upload them at a later date, and that means then that we get full coverage. What I did try to do is get a GoPro at the weekend. I borrowed a GoPro, which is fine. It's not an actual GoPro, it's a slightly cheaper one. But I'm going to try and get that working at some point and get that on, so it'll give us 2 videos. So these are new. If you see these houses here, these are new. Really nice houses, them. Really nice. So that is Wellstock Lane. That road that we've just been down is Wellstock. Yeah, those houses are really nice. Very, very nice houses. In fact, they almost look out of place, if I'm honest. But yeah, they're really nice. Someone's done the house up really nice there as well. This, of course, takes us down towards Brackley Golf Course. I might wander down there, actually. I believe it's no longer in use. And when we went over the bridge the other day, I could see that the what used to be a nice, clean, short fairway, short as in short grass fairway, is no longer the case. I'm going to go down here on Moorhay Road, have a look down this way. I don't know if anybody lived on Moorhay Road and frequented this area, but we're walking down here now. I might go down towards Brackley Golf Course because I believe they're changing that into houses. I think it's been sold off and they're putting houses on there. I do remember now. Yeah, there was bungalows down here, still are. You can see the bungalows. It's bungalows, I presume, for the elderly residents of Little Alton. I do remember this area. In fact, I think we used to walk through here. Oh, little doggy there. Hello, pal. Yeah, I do remember this area. I used to remember coming down here as a kid. I think we used to walk this way towards Brackley Golf Course, or push the bikes this way to get over to the slacks. At the bottom down there, I don't know if that's a walkway, a path, which might take us down to it might take us down to Brackley, I don't know, but we'll go down that way anyway. So anybody that's on live at the moment, does anybody remember this place? Anybody live around here? Anybody local to here currently, or used to live here at one point? Please feel free to put some comments on. I'll try and catch them as they're scrolling through on my screen. If I do miss any, apologies. They will be picked up on the FB, on the Facebook. Can't get down there, I think that's somebody's garden. So we'll go down this way. Yeah, this takes us back down to the main road, which would be Captain Fold. So again, I don't know if anybody is familiar with this area, but please, please, please put some comments in. This is now Bullows Road. So Bullows Road we're on now. It's very cold this morning, by the way. My hand is absolutely freezing. I'm going to swap hands, put this one in my pocket for a bit. Yeah, I'm trying to get a camera that's a little bit more discreet, one that perhaps attaches to my chest. If anybody listening is selling a GoPro or similar equipment, then let me know. So that there was Brackley Golf Course, I believe, and it's no longer Brackley Golf Course. That is exactly where you used to get into Brackley. Oh God, that has changed. I think that's the way you used to go into Brackley there, I think, or maybe around that way. Wow, that has changed massively. Didn't expect that. Crikey. My family was all brought up on Wellstock. Yeah, brilliant. It's good seeing it. I'm sure you don't recognise it now. Melanie Pinky Thornton changed a massive lot since we were kids around here, I suppose. So yeah, that's the Brackley area as it once was. Brackley Golf Course, no longer the case. Again, I think I will try and do some searching to see what I'll go over this way to see what the score is with Brackley. See if I can find out whether it is up for sale or not. So I'm now going on to Gorse Drive. Not sure where Gorse Drive is going to take us. Again, a very, 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 very short memory with some of these areas. I don't recall some of them, and I do recall others. I think that used to be garages through there. In fact, I know. Just brought memory back. My brother was walking through those garages. My brother Craig was walking through those garages, and there was a gentleman working on his car, and he'd obviously taken a turn for the worse. When my brother came across him, he was just literally walking, I think probably from Brackley or something. He was probably nicking golf balls off Brackley Golf Course. And he was walking through those garages, and the gentleman unfortunately had a heart attack, and he was slumped over his engine, with the bonnet up, slumped over his engine. And he called the ambulance, called the police and so on, and tried to get him resuscitated. He was only a kid as well at the time. Must have been feared to death. But yeah, he did well. He got the ambulance. So Wayne not lived in for 30 years, but still go back to see Mike Dunn. Yeah, I've not met up with Mike yet. I've been back here just under 3 years now, and I've not met up with Mike yet, Wayne. But I do intend to meet up with him. He's got a lot going on at the moment, obviously with other things, but yeah, I do intend to meet up with him and recall the good old days as they were. So I think I'm now back on Upland Drive. I think this is Upland Drive, which takes us back through to the Spa, where the Spa pub is. Apologies if anybody's watching this that has already seen some of this footage. I did have a number of people say, can you go back round this area, can you go back round that area? So just trying really to I suppose fill in, catch up with the people that are engaging and asking to go to certain places. Michelle O'Donnell, good morning, good to see you, thank you for commenting. As I say, if any other people are commenting and I don't see them, I don't know if you've ever done any live pieces on Facebook, but you basically on the bottom left hand corner you get the scrolling comments, and then you may see some, you may not. Any that you do see, you obviously just catch up on and comment and reply as soon as I see them, but some I may not see, so apologies if you think I'm ignoring you. I'm not. Yeah, the good old Spa, Elaine, the good old Spa pub, run by Eileen and Bill Cooking, and they had a shop to the side of the pub that, yeah, they did. Melanie, they had a Spa shop, and the Spa shop was run by an old lady called Nellie. And I don't know if any of you recall, Nellie had a brother called Fred, and Fred used to walk up and down Old Lane shouting clips out of the newspapers from years gone by. Yeah, that was good. That was a shame. I think he needed some support, and I think his sister Nellie looked after him quite a bit and gave him the support he needed, which was fair enough. Good on her. But yeah, nice to see old place brings back memories. It does, Wayne, it does. Yeah, really good. In fact, just in one of the houses there, whilst I was a kid, me and my brother used to be looked after by a lady by the name of Renee McCabe. We used to go to her house before school and after school, prior to going down to Wharton, and she'd take us down to Wharton and pick us up, and then we'd go back to her house, wait for mum and dad to finish work, and then we'd go home. Right, so for those of you that are familiar with Old Lane, there's the shops on Old Lane, just to the right hand side there. On the left hand side there's now 2 houses. But that didn't used to be houses. That didn't used to be houses. There used to be a prefab, in the old days, it wasn't prefab then, but it was almost like a temporary unit, but more permanent, if that makes sense. Does anybody recall what that place was? Where those houses are there, does anybody recall what used to be there? I did mention it briefly. Let's just see if anybody's remembers it. No, can't see anything at the moment. So, does anybody recall what that place used to be? On the left hand side of the shops on Old Lane. Okay, nobody's giving the game away there. So it used to be a doctor's many years ago, and the doctor's name was Dr. Parsons. That's right, Wayne, the doctor's. And the original doctor, when I was growing up, was called Dr. Parsons. I don't know whether there was other doctors that went in after that, but it was certainly Dr. Parsons when I was a kid, when I was growing up. Okay, just going to cross over. Morning. The old Spa pub is now a children's play area, play centre, nursery. That's a word I was looking for, nursery. So I'm just walking along Old Lane. Big dog following me, taking exception to be filming him. Big dog, stay away from him. Sharon Bennett, that's my auntie, online. Sharon, if it's the same Sharon. Anyway, I don't know if you recall, this is the area we grew up, Craig and I, obviously my mum and dad. I don't know if you recall the area when you used to come and visit, but I'm just taking us all a walk around and seeing what there is. On the right hand side there was the railway, the old railway, became a walkway down to, it goes right the way down to Manchester Road, down to where the White Lion was. White Lion pub and the Antelope. Antelope's now changed. That's a totally different place now. It's Antelope is now a curry house. And then the pub a little bit further down the left hand side, the Kenyon Arms. That's no longer the Kenyon Arms, hasn't been for quite some time, to be fair. It's now we've got Mike Dunn on now, good stuff. The Kenyon Arms is now old folks home, old people's home. So I'm now walking along the bankings off Old Lane out towards what used to be the adventure play area. There was a hut used to be down here, just as you walk down here, and then you go right down as if you're going down to Wharton. Right there used to be a hut with adventure things in it. Swings, roundabouts, swing ball, beanbags, footballs, hoops, games, indoor games, that sort of thing. And I think it was run by a lady called Monica. And if I'm right in my thinking, Monica was the mother of Neil Young and Mark Young, who used to live where I first started filming, just on Old Lane there. Used to live just there. If I just turn my camera around, that area there is where the garages were, where I showed you, that's now been fenced off. So this is the houses at the back of Moorland Drive. And again, we're going down now to the bankings, and if we look right ahead there, that is what was back then the new estate. No longer the new estate, of course. It's now the old estate because it's been up for quite some years, but all this used to be farmland, which I talked about in the video the other day. And again, used to ride the motorbikes up and down here. A little signpost here that's no longer worthy of its cause, because somebody's decided in their infinite wisdom to smash it to pieces, so there's nothing worth reading anymore. Maybe the council, if anybody from the council's watching, maybe they can come along and take some of the damaged areas off, damaged pieces off, and replace them with new. Don't know, you never know, do you? So this takes us, as I say, this takes us towards what used to be the new estate. Now I get to here, when I get to this junction here, if I pan right, that takes us all the way down to, on the right hand side you've got Joseph's School, what used to be Joseph's, St Joseph's on Old Lane, and if you walk further down it takes you through to Walkden, Row Green, that kind of area. In fact, if you look on this sign here, what's left of the sign, it's actually Route 55 National Cycle Network, and it tells you there where the destinations are. So if we go left, it takes us to Linnyshaw Loop Line, Littleton District Centre to the right, Harrop Fold High School to the right. I wouldn't suggest for 1 minute that many school kids walk down here, certainly not in the dark nights. It's not a good one to do. So if I just pan across here, that area there, just beyond those bushes, is my old house on Moorland Drive, number 50. And we used to, just through the bushes there, is where we used to come in and out of the bushes, into Michael Dickinson's garden, and then into my back garden, or our back garden as it were. And that's where we used to get on this area here and ride up and down on the motorbikes, which was different. Good, it was interesting. So any comments from anybody want anything recorded in particular, any areas? What I might try and do later on, as I've said on my other video that I posted before I got out of the car, I've got an appointment at 11 which I need to obviously attend. I might try and get something out this afternoon. I've got to pick my daughter up again at 2:30 or 2:25, and I've got other bits and pieces that I need to do, but I will try and get another one on this afternoon as best I can. My wife's in work early this morning, so we didn't get dropped off this morning. I took my daughter in my car, and then I drove back to Old Lane, parked up, and then came and gave you a walk and a talk, or a video walk, as they now affectionately know. So just coming up to this area over the back of these trees is Spa Crescent. So what I'm going to do now is, I've not been up to the right hand side before. In fact, that takes us, I know where that takes us. That takes us down to what's that road called? Clegg's Lane. Takes us to Clegg's Lane, which is where for those of you that have not been around here for a while, takes us to where the new pub is, or was a new pub. It's no longer a new pub, but it takes us to the Duke's Gate. That's where that takes us. So that's where, if we went right there, that is exactly where that would take us, just down there. Playing fields down there for the kids to play football on. I'm going to go left here, as this takes us back onto Spa Crescent. So listen guys, I'm going to call it a day there for now. I'll head back to my car. I hope you've all enjoyed it. I will upload it to both the YouTube channel, and I'll also upload it obviously into the Facebook. Please keep commenting. Just bear in mind that when you do comment after the video's been uploaded, you're commenting on things that have already happened. So when you say things like, I used to live there, if people are watching it post live in the recorded session, if you like, pre-recorded session, it doesn't actually have any relevance. I noticed that a couple of times yesterday. It's not a big issue, but it might be worth just bearing in mind that if you do comment, that you bear in mind that if you're saying I used to live there, then it actually means it has no relevance when you're just reading the comments and not watching the video. But please, please, please keep them coming. Really, really appreciate all the messages. I've had lots of private messages as well off people saying that they used to live here and they used to live there, and that was really interesting. Thank you very much for... In fact, I'll go this way. This is Spa Grove, is it? Can't remember. I know Mike Dunn. Mike, if you're still on, I'm sure you'll tell me what this road was called, because I know you used to live here. Just over there with your brother, Pat, and with your sister, Maggie, and of course your mum and dad. And I talked the other day, it's raining now, so my phone's going to get absolutely wet through. But I talked the other day about only ever having 3 fights really in my life. The first one was with James Turner, or James Henry, as he became when his mum... Oh, it was the other way around. I think it was James Henry to start with, and then he became James Turner. But over in that corner over there was another 2 brothers. Mike will be able to tell me what the names were. But that was the lad, the older brother of the 2 is the lad that I had my second fight with on Spa Crescent. And he absolutely pasted me. This is Newgate, is it? Thank you very much. I think that was Laura. Yeah, thank you, Laura. So this is Newgate. Again, the only recollection I've got of this area is when I used to come and see Mike or other pals that used to live around this area. Hopefully, I've not said as much these days on this video. I am consciously trying to make an effort, and I do genuinely appreciate the feedback. 100%, I really do appreciate the feedback, because at the end of the day, if you're going to do these and people are not getting what I want them to get out of it or what they want to get out of it, then there's no point in doing them. So feedback is great, whether it's good, bad or indifferent. So please keep them coming. So yeah, this is Negate Drive, as somebody said there. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much for the interaction. And this takes us back onto Spa Crescent. Is it Spa Crescent? I don't know, can't remember. But on those houses over there is where Penningtons used to live. And as we go round this morning, as we go round this corner here, on the left hand side is where the Gavins used to live. Gavins were a big family, local family, and I think a couple of doors down from the Gavins lived the Burkes. Teddy Burke, brilliant fella, absolutely fantastic fella, bald head, a bit like me, bald head. Used to go into the Spa pub with my mum and dad a lot. Had a lot of children, Eddie, Teddy, Michael, if I remember rightly. Yeah, good family, the Burkes. As I say, Penningtons used to live on the right hand side, went to school with Dave, and the Flemings as well. Flemings used to live on this road, which is, you can't see because there's no signpost on. So we're back now at the Spa pub. So I'm going to leave you here, guys, and I'll try and get a message on later on, or another video on later on. Go around a few more areas. I want to try and get down by the Dunmare if I can, and perhaps down by Lucasade. Somebody shared a video last night of Lucasade going on fire, which wasn't that long ago. I think it was only a couple of years ago. But yeah, I'm going to leave you here, guys, and I will catch up with you later on. Hope you've enjoyed, and please keep the comments coming. Even if you're watching the video later on today, once I've uploaded it, then please, please, please keep the comments coming, because they all help with the engagement. Bye for now, folks. Catch you soon. Let me just find my... Right, see you later, guys. Have a good day.